welcome to my humble abode. Today I'm going to be reacting and rating some challenges again. So that means we're going to be watching some chilling scares. And if you want to watch that without me yapping, go ahead, check out his channel. It's linked down below in the description. And yeah, with that, let's go ahead and rate these.
Skullbreaker Challenge. On February 14th, 2020, 12-year-old Parker Smith was invited by his friends to film what seemed like a harmless jumping contest with them. He agreed, and on camera jumped the highest he could, but instead of landing safely on his feet, he fell backward and fractured his right arm. He was rushed to the hospital immediately, and fortunately made a full recovery over the following weeks. However, what seemed like a simple accident turned out to be part of a disturbing internet trend his two friends were attempting to recreate. The so-called Skullbreaker Challenge required 3 people to stand in a line and somehow convince the person in the middle to jump. As soon as they did, the 2 on the outside swept the legs of the one in the middle, who was usually unaware of what was about to happen.
Nah, what the fuck? You're gonna have her break her goddamn skull or neck or something. Like, if they're gonna if the person in the middle is gonna jump and they're just gonna swipe their legs out, what if the person falling back can't put their arms back to catch them, right? Their head is gonna just hit the concrete or whatever. Concrete, grass, tile. They're gonna break their skull and die or something. This isn't a challenge. This is fucking try and kill your friend. Or your friend. I guess people who do this aren't really your friends. So quotation marks need to be in there. Sheesh. Yeah, but have you done this before?
No comment.
Wow. So I guess you have, huh? You're pleading the fifth? Man, I thought you were better than that. I really did. Shit. Yeah, but I guess he's one of those guys, you know what I mean? Sheesh.
This caused them to fall backward, usually on their head, which is where the trend got its name from. It started earlier that year after a video of 2 students from Spain doing it on their friend went viral on social media platforms like TikTok, prompting countless imitators to try and recreate its success. And, as you might imagine, the results were disastrous, with Parker being one of the lucky ones for walking away with just a fractured arm. Many others were knocked unconscious by the impact, suffered from severe concussions, and some even needed multiple stitches across their skull and face.
I mean, shit. I could have told you that. And I did. I actually did just tell you that. What if they couldn't brace for impact and hit their head? Now you know. Now we know. Now we all know. Shit, at this point, they aren't your friends. They literally try to kill you. Hopefully you sued them. Sued them, sued their parents, sued someone, because, again, they wanted their 15 seconds of fame for literally no fucking reason except to harm you. That's crazy. Hopefully you unfriended them in real life after all this. Man, this is just sad.
The most devastating of these incidents happened on January 24, 2020 in Cherry Hill, New Jersey, when a group of 7th graders attempted the challenge in school. Unfortunately, the victim fell way too hard on their head, causing them to lose consciousness and have a seizure. He luckily survived the incident and eventually recovered without any permanent head trauma. However, his initial condition was bad enough that authorities arrested the other 2 13-year-old boys.
Clap it up. Clap it up. That's good. They should. As they should. At that point, you're old enough to know that this isn't a good idea. This is stupid. You could hurt someone or literally kill someone, which it seems like he almost did die. Imagine if you did kill someone this way and you went to prison for this stupid challenge because you wanted to seem cool. You want to be like, oh, everyone else is doing it, so I can do it. We all know how that goes. Damn, don't be a follower. Shit's not cool. Right? But how did it go when you did your Skullbreaker challenge?
You guys are all my friends.
That's ominous. That's ominous. He said that because he wants us all to be in the middle. When him and his other Ratbot friend is right there next to you. When you jump, they're gonna swipe your feet out and make sure you don't land on your arms, but on your head. Wow. Wow. We're seeing a new side of you today, Ratbot. We really are. And we're not liking it. We aren't. I don't know what to say about that.
They were charged with 3rd-degree aggravated assault and 3rd-degree endangering an injured victim since the harm they caused was mostly intentional.
Yeah.
Now, I wasn't able to find any reports on whether the charges were dropped or not, but even if they were, being arrested for attempting a dangerous internet challenge goes to show just how dangerous it can be. TikTok also stepped in and banned all videos of this
Bless me. Oh my goodness. This challenge is making me sneeze. Goddamn.
challenge on their platform. Unfortunately, once something is on the internet, it never truly goes away.
That's a fact. It's on the internet forever. It lives forever. No matter how many times you think you've deleted everything, it'll always be there. People will always remember. Never forget that.
As evident from 2 girls finding videos of the Skullbreaker challenge, attempting it on one of their classmates, injuring them, and getting charged for it in November.
Special needs? Really? How sick in the head do you have to be to do this challenge with a special needs person? Genuinely. Concussion and blurred vision. Like, what in the fuck are you thinking? I mean, they weren't. We all know this. They never think. They're just selfish. God, that's so... Ugh, these people are so annoying, bro.
November 2022, more than 2.5 years after the original fad ended. Fortunately, there haven't been many reports of kids getting injured because of this challenge ever since.
I mean, that's good. But like, why doesn't TikTok just shut these challenges down? Why can't challenges just be like wholesome, you know? Like, go feed the homeless, or like help out somebody, help out your neighbor. I don't know. There's something wholesome. You know what I mean? Like, it could be literally anything. It doesn't have to be the homeless, but like anything nice. Why does it always have to be like so like dangerous or deadly or like just stupid? Oh, I don't know. Damn. All right. Well, the Skullbreaker challenge. What do we rate this? I'm gonna rate this a 3 out of 5 skulls on the dumbassery scale. It is very stupid. You could kill someone. You definitely almost killed someone. Luckily, there's no one that's been killed that has, you know, that's been documented as of yet. But it is a really stupid challenge where you could clearly hurt people. So it's just dumb. It is dumb. Yeah, but I know you did this challenge. I know, but I'm gonna ask you anyway. What do you rate this challenge out of 5 skulls?
If you're enjoying this video, please subscribe and hit that bell.
I agree. Subscribe and hit the bell. And also like this. I agree with you on this one. Yeah, but you didn't really answer my question, but I'm gonna give you a pass on this because you did say to subscribe, so subscribe. Next.
She doesn't even go here.
Kia challenge.
Kia challenge.
Near the end of 2020 and throughout 2021, authorities in Milwaukee, Wisconsin noticed a significant increase in car theft. What made this even stranger was the fact that the majority of these stolen vehicles were either from Kia or Hyundai, with theft of these particular cars doubling or even tripling in some areas compared to previous years. However, before investigators could determine the cause of this surge, the situation spiraled beyond their control in ways they could have never expected. Put simply, stealing Kia and Hyundai cars became an internet trend called the Kia Challenge. It began on July 12, 2022, when a video captioned "Kia Boys" went viral for demonstrating just how easy it was to steal Kia and Hyundai cars manufactured between 2011 and 2021. All a thief needed was a screwdriver and any regular USB cable, since the connector just so happened to be the perfect size and shape to jumpstart the vehicle.
Wait, what? All you need is a screwdriver or a USB cable? First of all, who made this design for these cars? That it was so easy that all you needed was a USB cable to start the damn car like it was the actual key. I hope whoever designed these cars got sued and fired. How did they not think of these before? Like, you're a $1 billion company. Probably even more than that, who knows? But you gotta like think of these things before you make them. But also, how did people like figure this out? How do they first of all, how do they enter these cars to begin with? Are they just like sitting on the side of the road already unlocked? Why don't you lock your cars? Just lock your fucking cars. But then also when they got into the cars, how do these people figure this out? Like, I don't understand how these car thieves just figure this shit out on their own. I don't. Shit's confusing me, bro. Robot, what do you think of this?
Bro thinks they're Sigma.
That's true, they do think they're Sigma, but they're not. They're not. They're thieves. They're loser thieves. Just don't steal someone's car and drive off with it. Seems pretty simple enough, you know what I mean?
This was a major hardware-level security flaw in dozens of car models, and there was no permanent way to fix the problem either. Now, the original Kia Boys video was eventually taken down by TikTok, but the information was already out there and it already sparked the Kia Challenge.
Yeah, I mean, you're not gonna get rid of this. It's already out there, the information's known, and now it's circulating everywhere because you can't get rid of it. What's on the internet will stay on the internet forever, and some dark corners where people can eventually find it. So yeah, you know, be careful with what information you put out there, genuinely.
Teenagers across the US started breaking into Kias and Hyundais and posting their stunts on social media to participate in the challenge. While the stolen cars caused a massive financial burden for hundreds of innocent residents, the real danger of the Kia Challenge came from what many of the thieves did once they had taken control of the vehicles. Since many of them had no intention of actually profiting off the stolen cars and were only doing it for the internet, they began taking the cars for reckless joyrides around town, putting their lives and the lives of everyone else on the road in extreme danger.
I mean, they're selfish. There's no other explanation. They're selfish. They don't realize how much money the owners of the car are gonna have to pay if they don't have insurance because of you. I mean, hopefully, they found out who stole their damn car and sued you if you wrecked their car, and you needed to get it fixed. But probably a lot of them didn't, so you're just making them pay a lot of more money than they need to pay for no reason. Stupid. Just stupid.
One of these joyrides led to a police chase, which eventually ended with the out-of-control car slamming into the concrete barrier and the teenagers who stole the car trying to flee on foot. The most disturbing of these incidents occurred in Buffalo, New York in October 2022, where a stolen Kia ride ended in a fatal crash, taking the lives of 4 teenagers. In total, the Kia challenge resulted in the loss of 8 lives before the disturbing trend was shut down by TikTok and
Why doesn't TikTok just shut down all challenges that aren't wholesome? Because at the end of the day, they know where it's gonna go, but they're still gonna let people do it until, someone's handed a fine or something, I don't know.
other social platforms. Kia and Hyundai also had to settle a class action lawsuit for $200 million over the dangerously
200 million. That's a lot. Hopefully you fired that person who made the car designs. Simple as.
lack security in their cars.
Alright, well that was the challenge. I guess they just stole the cars and drove off with them. As for the Damasery scale, what would I give this? I'm gonna give it, I'll give it a solid, you know what? I'm gonna give this a solid 4 out of 5 skulls. Because this was fucking stupid and dumb. You stole a person's car, you're gonna make them pay out the wazoo. If you crash their car, you're gonna get yourself killed, you're gonna get others killed. And all the way around, it's just fucking stupid. So congratulations on your 4 out of 5 skulls. Ratbot, what do you rate this?
This feels racist, but I can't explain why.
Damn, that's profound, man. Profound. So anyway, Ratbot doesn't really have anything to say about this. And I say they're all idiots for doing this. So yeah, that was the 2 challenges that we rated today. Hopefully you all enjoyed this video. And with that, like it, dislike it, but at least subscribe.